Hello guys. Anna here, Heart of Match Guarantee, and you're welcome today, all of you on our live stream. My live stream. I'm going to come back to schedule um, every Sunday, uh, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll have this format of live Q&A. So you're welcome to ask any questions you have because many things changed since war start and probably, you know, you need to have a possibility to ask, anything about Ukraine, ladies, war situation update in Ukraine, whatever. I'm here to serve you, answering your questions. So, yeah, we accidentally scheduled today 1 hour later, but it will be 11 a.m. Eastern Time every Sunday. So you're welcome to join me every Sunday. So I will start from first question since it's here already. So I just wonder if Ukrainian dating dead. So guys, hello guys, yeah. So to answer your question, I said of course no. It still continue, and it's it have maybe different format. Not every man now can be successful, and we will do with Joseph. I'm going to do with Joseph separate video, uh, how to be successful in war dating in Ukraine. Hello, and we have still clients who on in process, and we see everything going on very good, pretty good, especially with those ladies who left Ukraine, and it's approximately 50% of our database. They moved out, so they kind of live in safe insecurity. And because now their lives change so much, they don't know when they will have ability to come back to Ukraine. Nobody knows for how long it will be. They become open-minded now, to start their life from scratch. you know they doing this now as a refugees, in Europe, but they also open to meet men, good men, and start relationship, and you know develop it. So because they have time and normal routine, it's just gone from their life. They're now in different mode. Yeah, but I want to mention one serious point for those guys who never met their lady and talk to them, or they think to talk to the lady, so using paper letter services. It's now become super dangerous because this PPL companies, they just scam guys like very badly, mixing their feeling of guilty because they write, "Oh, I'm under bombing," and to get out from Ukraine, I need like $6,000 or whatever. And the man feel if he will not send this money, he will have to live with this, guilty that he reject, and later she died because he didn't help her. Please, guys, you need to understand and feel and understand the way you meet the lady, you talk to. From hot points, there is many ways to be evacuated now from Ukraine, and still at every border, doesn't matter where you go, you have volunteers. I have many of my friends who live now in territory of Poland. They live in free houses. Of course, it will not be forever, but for now, it's absolutely Ukrainian people have very big help from, doesn't matter what country they go. Yes, it's temporary. So it's not like, money is not the biggest factor that stop people from going out. Of course, if you don't know language, it's a very difficult. But I just don't want you to have this even in your mind that because you didn't send money, somebody died. Especially such big amounts. You need to understand and be twice more careful about whom you send money. If that lady really, you met her, you have with her relation at all levels, if it's really your girlfriend, or you just meet her on a free website and talk to her for half a year or whatever. It can be professional scammer, can be if it's just photo, and behind can be man using psychology to make you feel guilty that you don't save lady. So guys, be very, very careful about this point, because now I know it's like I feel, and I have confirmation already that it's happened, and it's now bigger than it was before war, because I have bigger reason. So be careful about this, okay? Hello, hello. Yeah, hello, Anna Joe. We hope family doing good in Mexico and Ukraine, of course. Thank you. Yeah, we for the first time yesterday get out in Mexico. It was nice time to see where we live. Finally, we get to see the beach, because we all time was, working, living here, going through, Ukraine situation and all that things. Yeah, life should continue. My brother finally, like, I don't know, one day ago, yesterday or 2 days ago, yeah, he got finally his helmet and bulletproof jacket, and he's very happy. Even it's more than he expect how it looks like. He sent me photos, so I hope it will help him to survive this crazy time in Ukraine. Yeah, my other part of my family in Georgia, they feel good. Thank you for asking. So, good chance the ladies that left Ukraine will meet someone outside Ukraine and more her age. What do you think? It can happen too, but they also can meet somebody in Ukraine while they live in Ukraine. Ladies, it's not like something, product in a shop that you buy and it's. I mean, it's sitting on. It's life, and that's why every time when we want to introduce man to lady, we call her, we ask, somebody interested in you, how you are, what's going on. Um, of course, it can happen, but I don't. I I don't know really how. Um, I don't think she live in the mood going out, trying to meet somebody, or like, making active steps towards it, making full makeup and having this mood. No, I think it's like more mood of just trying to, uh, find the work. These things again, busy life, but not. Like, she has to adjust it, yeah, to new country, solve many different issues. So with where to live, I don't think they really have so much free time, to go out to like find a man. If it's accidentally happened, of course, it can be, but I don't think it will be massive, massive cases. But you know, it's very different from, from lady to ladies. Her mood, her yeah, about meeting right now. And for example, those ladies who live, in no in Ukraine, still in some like very problematic areas. Of course, there is no way they into creating a relationship. Okay, it's a little bit um, um, the next day, the guy next door. Uh-huh. Um, it depends. I have also seen example of them exploring the subject of war as well. Yeah, many of Ukrainian ladies, they, even if they move outside, they still their mind in Ukraine, and they you know like trying to do some volunteer job, or like if they settle with other things that they need to have normal life, uh, they can use this time for more like something productive, but if it happened that why they join us, because they know that these ladies, our ladies, yeah, because they know that they will be introduced to a serious man who wants to find, first of all, wife, and even they know all of that. When we do first introduction Skype call, lady one more time ask man when she see his eyes, like, I always, I just need serious relationship. Yes, you here for serious relationship, like this, She just want to, ask him directly and to see his reaction. Because like free websites full filled with men who have different purposes, and it's not necessarily find a woman for marriage. And with us, they just know that their purposes, life purposes, match with the purposes of men we introduce them to. So they feel like they just don't waste their time. They know if they like the man, it's very good good chance that it will be future husband, right, if everything will work out. And when you're actively looking for somebody, you just don't know his true intentions. And again, it's your energy. And I said many of them, they prefer to spend the energy now on different things, helping Ukrainian people as well. uh, Okay, we did have some hard times. I'm curious, do you have any Ukrainian friends experience with losing a pregnancy? Uh, um, um, I don't have personally this experience, but um, I know one couple who actually kind of, yes, lose baby. And yeah, it's very difficult emotionally time, and for couple to go through this experience. I saw experience when Ukrainian couple, they born baby, and they try to uh, actually, it's a couple from Mariupol. It's not my friends, but I saw them in social media. They were sharing their experience, and they now in the west of Ukraine, trying to find things that to you know when baby come, it's a big blessing and big happiness. And you know and it's our responsibility to take care about this gift that we was gifted with. We have now a lot of in social media posts of mothers who take their children, went abroad, live in safety, and feel guilty for that they've done this. That so many people under bombing, and they feel guilty that they survive. And psychologists talk about this a lot, trying to educate women that you as a mother, responsible for this child, and the best thing that you could do is just to create for him safe place, and he needs now more than ever your attention, your love, and yeah, and we all have to do our best in what we can. And mother, when they have child, the best is just create a safety and security for children, and give them their time and attention, and help psychologically also to go through these hard times. Find their our strengths inside, to live the life. And um, it doesn't mean that reject reality, no, but it just given our children, what they need to have. um, if war happened in Ukraine, it doesn't mean that children, now don't have rights to have their love from their parents. Okay. So I also make post on this topic, trying to deliver a message for I don't understand personally women who have, for example, 3 children and she live in bombing area, like thinking that she protect territory of Ukraine like this. I don't think it's correct and right towards children. Even for adults, it will be very hard to later to you know go through this experience. But what what about child? It will be very very life changing experience for future for child. Uh, let's read here. Exactly, Anna. This is what I have been to tell an older gentleman. The women are not desperate just because of war. In fact, if a woman said she chose me out of desperation, I would be offended. Yeah, I agree with you, and I see the war, didn't create for Ukrainian woman this situation when she would choose from desperate, and it's very bad start for relationship. When you choose, it's basically using position. And I'm happy to see that it doesn't happen uh, to our ladies, because we have like normal rejection rate, as I told in previous video, or acceptance rate. Yeah, it didn't grow. Still everything happened very naturally, and yeah, and it should be mutual. A woman, man shouldn't think that he can take advantage on a woman because of war. And women don't show the same, towards men. It's great, really great. Ukraine will lose many ladies that left Ukraine, maybe if they don't come back. Those are those that dreamed of leaving Ukraine. George, I can tell you, I see a lot of posts from my friends, who is very open-minded, who travel a lot. Um, they say it's very interesting because uh, for now, for Ukrainian people, so many countries open their doors, and like incredible countries that you maybe dream about to live in. And they say, and we cannot walk um, more than to our kitchen. It means like we we just don't do any steps towards it. And it's very like you just feel you want to be in Ukraine, in this difficult time. And I have many friends who live now in the west of Ukraine, and they just don't want to go to Europe, to Canada. They just don't have. And I cannot tell that even our ladies who joined our agency before war, they never was desperate to leave Ukraine. That's what I think many guys don't understand. When they join, um, no, our ladies at least. I don't talk about all ladies. Yeah, in different ages, ladies can have different purposes, but when they join us, uh, it's just because of they wanted to meet good man, and they wasn't like, oh, he have to live in this country or this country. I'm not open-minded to move to, like, I don't know, Europe, only America. Not like this at all. It's just like, mm, you know her description of the man. It's more about his quality. It's about his personality, and it's truly what she's looking for. And where he will live, it's like will be second question. Of course, she wouldn't want to move to, like, I don't know, Afghanistan, or very difficult, even to India. To country where economy the same or even worse than in Ukraine. Yeah, but you know, more and first it's about man. The picture of the man. So you know, um, so it's not about, yeah, desperate and now they also, even now they kicked out from Ukraine. They understand, it will not be forever. Yeah, uh, they can be temporary in Europe, and with a, if it didn't happen that they meet somebody, they will come back to Ukraine, and you know um, life continue. But life, if it will happen that will start relationship, it will be with the man they want to, not just because of a condition they now stay in, and they try to get advantage from this. So I mean, use this opportunity to use somebody, to, yeah, okay. um, Uh, I see these cameras are still up and running. It's true. You guys, who have, as I told from the beginning, paper letter relationship, have to be like, I, I mean, it never worked that you talk to real lady. It just, like, I don't know why some guys don't understand this, or maybe understand but don't want to admit this, and having this beautiful romance, maybe satisfied some of your needs, like not to feel lonely or whatever. There can be many different, or excitement when you have this click, oh, she wrote you. Anyway, there's many reasons why guys do this, but it just now very badly. I understand it's increase of level of scammers actually, what they can do, how they can now manipulate. Probably they already released new program how to get money from men, using his guilty stuff, his feeling of guilty. So using war situation in Ukraine. um, they are. While I'm not longer active with my PL sites, they still send letters. Some even are using the war to pull on men's heart things. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So please be careful. Um, Jacob, it's a general Q&A because we have kind of many different things happen in Ukraine, and I'm just making an open Q&A to let you guys to lead our conversation. Yeah. Um, it's can the Ukraine forgive Russia for? I can tell you, I see a lot of angriness, and now towards Russian, and it's not even from Ukrainian side, it's all over the world. It's very sad, but people who, maybe, how to say, more spiritual, of course, God teach us about forgiveness. Uh, Many people will try to do this, but deeply in their roots. Of course, this memory go very deeply in subconsciousness, And I don't know how many times should go to, release this big pain that Ukrainian people now go through. We need to do everything as adults to protect the kids. I would do the same for my nephews. If it's a special operation in your country, yeah, saving operation. Home will always be home while they sometimes relocate temporarily or permanently. We always keep our homeland in our hearts. I never stop being Norwegian regardless of where I am. That's for sure. That's for sure. Okay, there are difference between being desperate and open to leave Ukraine. Being open means they're not ruling out of the possibility. Thank you. It's very good point. Be open-minded. Follow the man of your dream, and desperate to leave your country. It's completely different things. Immigration is very easy to in many countries now. That's for sure. It's true. Like even Australia, that before it was so expensive for guys to apply for a visa, marriage visa. Now they cancel all fee. It was around, I think, $8,000, and it's not necessarily that it will work out. They can, reject, and you lose this money. So now it's a good chance for Australian men to save $8,000 if it's work out with your Ukrainian lady to proceed now with her getting visa. Guys who think about using PPL can transfer their savings to me. I will be thinking, promise them no relationship, and I will even send them a smiling selfie with thank you message. Funny comment. Should be Victoria's Secret model. It's in. Okay, maybe in other life I will be a Victoria's Secret model. Worse said. Yes. What looks to get married to? I will read it when it's safe to go. So, yeah, of course, it will be time definitely when the war will finish. But I see, like when COVID started, yeah, and hit hard, many people all over the world was like freaking out. What it's the end of the world, or what it was very scary time. And I see that even through this hard time, we was getting clients who didn't postpone their we opened this distant relationship as an option, because everybody become open-minded, because countries under lockdown, and we saw a lot of men of action who knows that time is most valuable, and they just and it's the main goal in their life to find their life partner. So they just do it, and not coronavirus, not war now doesn't stop them. They just jump in this process. You don't become with the age younger, more beautiful, or I don't know, more ready. It's like everything happen when you're ready for that, and you just move in this direction. So my point was that when COVID started, countries was under lockdown, many of our men, they use this time to get to know lady, and basically it was a time when they developed their relationship, and when they meet, they already was engaged. So they could postpone this meeting when corona will slow down, or when it will be safe again to travel. But you see, when it's become like this, kind of everybody adjusted to it. They already have result. They already have their wife. So it's everybody's choice. And when to act. Yeah, depends on how it's important. Um, yeah, I want to. Okay, Jacob asked, do the women ever had second doubts after they relocate? Does it ever breaks up the relationship? What is the best way to vet women for that? That's a good question, Jacob. It's very difficult, of course, emotionally challenge for a woman, and men need to be here that rock and emotional rock and provide the lady with all support possible, like as I told before, like lady has her own full life in Ukraine, and then all of a sudden she has to pack all her life in 2 suitcases and move to a known country. uh, yeah, now it's happened because of the war, like nobody planned for that, and but when you do this naturally, not because of war, it's just because you have so much trust in man and so much big belief that it's a great future together waiting for you. So in situation with our clients, we actually I never heard about that. It leads our couples to break up the relationship, but we try to do as much as we can to educate our guys that it's the most difficult time when we should just come, because especially USA or like Canada, it's very different world, right? Depends on if she speaks English or no. Many of Ukrainian ladies, they didn't drive, and then you have to use to live in the country. And in Ukraine, like we don't need to drive. Everything's so close. I go everywhere shopping. Do like I started the car just one time in 2 weeks, just because I don't want it all time just to stand. So I have to push myself to drive somewhere to get a ride to car. But in so it's in Ukraine, in the big cities. If you live, everything so close, really. And when you come to America, you just cannot live without car. And then it's first that hit woman that she has to learn how to drive. And then because of kind of aggression, traffic in Ukraine, she's afraid of this. Then she slowly used to. No, American, they behave on the road much better. Much everybody more respectful and move slowly. So she has to adjust this to this new style of the life, and then different language, different territory, everything. And as I said, our guys, they try to create as much as possible. They try to find even community, Ukrainian or Russian speaking people, to make her you know comfortably adjusted to new areas. So I think it's a big part on men's shoulders, how couple will go through this experience, because it's your country and you can help her to adjust to this. And I think if you love this woman, you will do your best to help her with this. And what we hear from our clients, they just slowly adjusting, they become pregnant, and then everything, like, women slowly become a part of Western world and family. I mean, it just she's naturally adjusted, yeah, with time. But at the beginning, it requires a lot of man help, as I said. Oh, it's very. Um, uh, no country is perfect. Did your any of you ladies? No, no. We, thanks God, we didn't have. Um, didn't have such information about our ladies. Everybody survived, thanks God. will you going back after the war is over? It's hard to do so long-term plans. Of course, we have beautiful home in Ukraine, and we have a lot of relatives, and of course we want to come back for summers, definitely to meet with our whole family. Children miss their relatives, but for maybe, I don't think for like all time living, just like coming for summer or something like this. We think, but it's hard to do so long term planning. Depends on when and how it all will finish. Definitely, we will not come back there until it will be safe to come back. Yeah, my lady isn't on your website anymore. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's not because something happened to her. It's just, maybe she just met a man, and asked that it's not actual anymore. It happened. We in touch with our lady, so it's we not obligate nobody to when they join us that they cannot have personal life, right? So yeah. Um, My opinion, let European refugees into UE countries. The rest must seek asylum in colonies country. I'm all for Ukrainians coming to Croatia. I'm not for people looking for a free ride. Hey Greg, I didn't understand really the comment. I was married to a Russian woman. I was married to a Russian woman. It will be challenging because she's leaving everything behind: new environment, new culture, different society norms, and then she's issued to. Yes, it's difficult, but it's completely achievable. As I see from experience of our clients, they continue their happy life together in men's home. Uh, um, the guys need to be there for her instead. My lady never liked Canada, even after 20 years now. It depends on the lady. I think almost impossible to vet them. Say maybe on how close to her mom. Yeah, Ukrainian culture very like people very close to each other, to families, to like I don't know, a grandmother, grandfather. They take a very active role in helping with the children. For example, it's not like in the West. They're really like almost like mother and father often, you know, and we even have. I laughed a lot. I read about. I don't remember the age of the girl that wrote in Ukrainian composition about who is grandmother and grandfather. She wrote, "It's such a people who doesn't have their own kids. They spend all their time playing with children. They have so much time to look at the leaves on the street, and we can have so much time together. Like I that parents never can give me." It was composition of one child. It was funny this first that it's people who don't have their own kids. Basically, yeah, it's just a lesson for all of us. Like um, I saw an example of my father. When I was small, he didn't spend too much time with me, or almost zero. But because of he was maybe too young, or like he have different interests, was not ready, not enough. I don't know. I think it's age more. Yeah, more like age. He was when he was born. He was maybe 28. It's crazy young. He was army and have a lot of fun. I mean, it doesn't mean that he didn't love me. No, he loves me very much, but he was not about like expressing a lot of his love to me. or like spending really a lot of time. So mama do her duties. Anyway, I see now how it's changed with having uh, Arina and Elizabeth, his granddaughters. He all time like like drawn to them. He tried to spend as much as he can his time, and even he fights to be with them. And he play wolf and different games with them. Because I feel like he miss his opportunity to be there when I was very small, and now like he so much enjoy, being a father, but he's actually grandfather here, but it's element of father, and so it's a good lesson for all of us from this composition of this girl who wrote, yeah. Um, it's important to be a father and a mother when child needs this, yeah, this time from parent. Uh-huh. Um, okay, let's read more question. Um, I didn't read all, but it depends. Okay, it's it's. Do any ladies move to USA and buy their own house or apartment, and they look for a man in that country? No, from our database, no, we don't know such cases. Generally speaking, it can happen from because in Ukraine many also rich people um, who can afford this, but I don't think that they will actively will look for you know um, men to marry. Anyway, yeah, it's definitely not the case for our ladies. Uh, okay, then you say that Ukraine will be part of Russia after the war, and Russia will be closed to tourists. Okay, nobody know what will be, and of course, Ukrainians now they fight for their freedom, not to be part of Russia, because nobody would want to live in a such a democratic country where you cannot even, I don't know, share with your friend what you think about politics, because this friend will go and report on you to the politics, and you will go to prison. Nobody want to live in such a country. For that, Ukraine have now this big fight that takes so many lives, people's life. Um, I would like to meet my future wife. In what country would I be able to do this with your program? Hey Dennis, um, you just start our normal, you just register at our website, Guaranty, spelled with y.com/register. The normal registration, have coaching call with us, and basically then we do introduction. We see if you have realistic expectation, if we were able to help you. Um, and basically then we introduce you to ladies through your letter and photos, and when you have mm, you see which lady is interested to meet you, which no, because they give their choice, their vote too, and then from this yeses you choose the ladies. No, we tell you where live these ladies that give yes, yeah. And basically we just start to introduce you in distance, to the lady that have the most interest to be introduced to, and it depends where she live. You can meet her. If she's in Europe, then you fly to Europe. And I just said I want to add that now, because of war, I just want guys to understand that the best the best strategy to be successful with Ukrainian lady, um, it, it's it's to move, to act quickly. If you start dating lady, to make your plan to meet her in person in a 1 or 2 months, to fly to her, to see her, and if everything work out, you have chemistry, everything, in person, then you just she moved to America or Canada. Canada, super easy, just like 2 weeks you get visa and you fly in. America through Mexican border now, very easy to get. And we have even many clients who was waiting for K1 visa and now just got their fiancés through Mexican border because much faster. And um, yeah, and basically then when she come to USA, it's not doesn't mean that you have to marry her right now. No, you just can continue develop your relationship in your own country, and if everything works out, you just get married. If in the worst case scenario, if it doesn't work, you just continue with us, being introduced to another lady. But at least, mm, you know, at least. Uh, at least you help this woman to settle in a new country. I don't know, like, of course it's as I said, nobody has, Ukrainian lady doesn't have this in their mind to to use a man right now. That's why we have normal, as I said, rejection rate if lady doesn't see potential with you. But also we don't have like, we don't want guys to feel that if she comes after 1 month I have to marry her. No, it takes time, and we don't want to speed up this process, and we don't advise you that after 1 month you get married, right? It takes time to know each other, and better you have this time, because it's important decision in your life, and the most important, one of the most important. And yeah, it takes time, but anyway, nothing like critically bad will happen. Even good thing that you help Ukrainian woman to escape war, and now she's in good country with good possibility. If it will not work, but hopefully it will work. And I want to add this that I see from our most of our clients that they meet their ladies within their future wife, okay, within first 5 meetings. That the reality. When they come to Ukraine, it's like not very big number, and many of them actually from their first Skype call introduction they meet their wife. And why is that? Because we have very quality woman who is who have it would happen when serious man with good intention of finding wine introduced to woman who has the same level of the same intention, and so it happened very quickly. That's why it's not it's not just turning into you travel and how to say like infinity time to Europe, coming back to, in different countries in Europe, trying to meet one lady then another, and it didn't work. Didn't work. No, you start your relationship in distance, and if it doesn't work with one lady, we introduce you to another, and you continue your relationship with her until you feel that you guys ready to meet, and you feel it's naturally developed, and then if in case when she move you continue the relationship, something doesn't work, you can move to, you can just continue to know another ladies using our services anyway. um, yeah, but we don't advise nobody to make quick decisions of marrying, but you just have to act quickly, like in a part of you know meeting lady. She's living, if she's living in a as a refugee in Poland, like having you talk to and you will just, I don't know, have intention to meet her in half a year, in 1 year. It just don't work, Before war, it can be she lives at home, she has her normal, daily routine. But now she wants to see if you blah blah blah, or just, man of action. And she wants to see that, if you see it, then, everything will go kind of quickly, but to the point of she moving to you, and then you still continue to get to know each other in your country. Hope I answered the question, Dennis, right? Um, what? I would marry pretty woman so she can get her visa in USA. I don't understand your Donald. Thank you. All the women are from Ukraine, I believe. Um, y- you mean in our website? Yes, most of them are from Ukraine, not from, no, yes, from Ukraine, from different cities, but now they just like move, in Europe. So, but it just recently, like when war started, woman was forced to leave territory of Ukraine. The ladies from your website, they are not in Ukraine now, like Poland. Are they still open to meet there in the other countries to that she left to? Are they still open to meet there? Yes, that's what I'm saying. If she moved to Poland and start, and she confirmed, she was introduced to you, she confirmed interest in you. Of course, she would love to see you as soon as possible in real life, to see if you, like, not like super, not next day, but in the next months or 2 months, to feel, to see that, it's it's a real man, and it's not just words. You really, here to make your relationship happen. Of course, they wanted actually you to come. She doesn't have time for chatting for 1 year, living in an unknown country with, no perspective of what to do, where to settle. So guys need to be more active, more action takers. Lady, so she can get her visa in USA. Yeah, now you just pass the Mexican border, and you get the permission for 1 year. Mm, you have this time to get to know each other and understand. Maybe, if it doesn't work out, I don't know. Maybe she will want to come back in 1 year, home. Whatever. It just like you have choices to just think about all fears and that everything that will not work out for you, and just blocked from action by your fears, or you can just start to move in this direction and make everything happen. It's choice every time on your side. Does any of the ladies believe in a life of first sight, first date? I don't think so. I cannot answer from for all our ladies. Maybe definitely not in love on the first sight, but first they trust their first impression. That's for sure. Um, and yeah, they trust their feelings about sorry, I just got call. Sorry. Um, definitely, yeah. She trusts her intuition and what she feel about men. Yeah. If any pretty lady in her 40s, 50s wants USA visa. I will marry a lady so she can come to USA. Donald, it's not the right way to approach, It's not they want visa. They don't want to marry someone, They can get now visa just coming to Ukraine through Mexican border. They don't need to marry somebody just to get visa. It's never a case. That's what I'm telling all live stream. If they will move to USA, it just will be you will be the reason why she moved because she wants to be with you. Those lady who strong enough and have a lot of money just to move to USA on their own, they don't need our services, or maybe they don't need to meet any man. Maybe they will meet their man in their small circle, of, like in their friends, will introduce them to some influential people because it's different. It's different type of people, but anyway, I'm talking about average woman that join our agency. They don't have intention to marry American man just to get visa. Especially now, you just can come to any place you want. To Australia, you can go to Europe, you can go to Canada, America, whatever. Everything open. But as I said, not many. I mean, almost our ladies don't do this. I mean, they do this if they was in a relationship with a man who they was introduced through us. They come to him. If they do this, they just come to a specific man because they want to be with him, and now it's so easy for them to come and to start life with him. But it's not because they just get passport. Okay, Donald. You want to help, okay, I understand, but it's not there. It's what I was doing this video before. It's like you cannot really approach Ukrainian ladies through material advantage, through status advantage, through passport advantage or something like this. It's really the reality that it's just you need to put your efforts to build up relationship. Everything you can approach her with, it's with your personality, with your uh, you know with yourself, and it's not about the lifestyle you can offer her. It's about yourself in total. It's you being a man, and you know inviting her in your life, like this. I have been interested in dating Ukrainian lady for some years. Would you say even if you have a good intention to give the lovely lady a new life, going to a new country in a hurry because of war? Good foundation and your relationship. Uh, I will leave this. Marco, I think the foundation can be different. The main thing, what was created through through this relationship. You can meet lady, I don't know, in Ukraine before war, and she was I don't know, completely broken in many different levels. Um, it's also not good foundation. I believe that both of partners and the man side and woman side shouldn't start a relationship from the victim position when they require that somebody will come and save them. And I can tell you more. I was talking to one of our lady who had Skype call with one of our clients, and she said, "Listen, I understand. I'm now in Poland. I'm very stressed because of war, but I'm not going to bring all of that in our relationship. I don't want to start our relationship from the victim position. I don't want, even she said, I don't start the relationship like." I have enough finance. I have everything. I want man. Uh, I want him to be in my life because I want the strong shoulder, maybe to release my emotions sometimes, But it's not just like I don't need him to be for me as a saving me as a victim in this situation. That's what she said. I would not. It's not good foundation for me, and it's very good and mature position of this one woman from our database. She understands. So I believe we attract our partners on who we are, and it's you can think and a lot about what's the mindset of the lady you start relationship with, but I can tell you that normally the mindset of the lady you been introduced to kind of close to your mindset because we like magnetically drawn to each other, um, and normally our life partner is those person who can help us to become a better version of ourselves every day, and maybe he give us some challenge, and through this challenge we grow. Anyway, my point is that there is never right time, and at the same time there is every time right time, and right time depends on not in outside obstacles but on inside obstacles. um, if you have this fear of not being used, then you better work with your fear first, before you will start this project. I mean, this project for you, life project of finding your loved one. So, because our fears, they work as our dreams. The same, you just attract vibration. I'm afraid of this. I'm afraid of shark. I'm afraid of shark. All of a sudden, you see shark, and she can bite you. Whatever. Uh, doesn't matter what you think and where you invest your energy, you create this in your life. So be aware of your fears. Just uh, tell them you see them. It's your fears. It's only fears. But at the same time, keep in your mind picture of what you want to be in your life, not you're afraid of, coming not from what you don't want, but what you want in your life, what relationship you want. Uh, so I do believe that, to answer again your question, where it was about foundation, our foundation, it's here. Everything starts from here, and then it will grow into outside, yeah, of whom you meet and everything like this. Uh, as I said before, it was example of COVID. It wasn't good foundation. All the world was freaked out, but some guys wasn't focused on foundation, but they focused on their life goal and vision from what they want from relationship, and they just made it up. So yeah, just example how our brain works. You can be loved, you can be loved. Here some might start maybe have this thinking, oh, now Ukrainian ladies will be desperate, they will go for any man. No, guys, no. For those who have these thoughts, it's disappointing for you news that it didn't happen. No. Exactly, and both need to start a relationship with a healthy mind. Bringing emotional baggage into a relationship will affect the man and woman in a negative way. Both need to have the right mindset. Yeah, the right mindset will create two times more happiness in life, you know. And if you unhappy and start in relationship in very unhappy mood, you just attract the same unhappy woman, and then your unhappiness two times, you know. So, guys, first you need to take care about your inner um, mood, yeah, your state, your feelings, your yeah. Uh, okay, guys, Martin, believe me, if the lady is right for me, then I will make her dreams come true. I know this sounds like a boast. Okay, it's good that you know how to make your dreams come true. First, you need to find this woman, and then you need to find her dreams and make it come true. Okay, I just answering questions. Thank you for super chat, Marco. Yeah. Um, how do I register with you? You just go on our website, Guaranty spelled with y.com/register, and fill out the application. I see. It's here. Yeah, matchguarantee.com/register. Yeah. If you feel you're in this right position of ready to accept great woman in your life, it's right time now. It never will be better, you know, because we are after someone life and we create our reality with our own hands and imagination, you know. Okay. Hands, I mean just actions, right? Type in match guarantee or whatever. Um, okay. Great. That's what I like. These guys I like. Ready to go action takers who just, you know, who just make rain happen in their life, you know. Rain makers, I think you say this in the West, yeah. We have different expression in Ukrainian language, but uh, it's everything here, guys, you know. Yeah, our dreams here as well as our fears, but dreams drive us, you know, compared to our fears, you know, they just block us, you know. And you need to know how to deal with your fears, you know, too, because it's like gas in the car and brake, you know. You need to know how to deal with your brakes, you know. I have no more time to write. Life is too short, as I say, no time to be angry, to be upset. No, I'm married. I'm married to Joseph Ricards, yeah. So, um, it's what do ladies have to go back to? If their apartments is destroyed, maybe it's time to leave for a better life. Many apartments destroyed, many apartments um, robbed. Many bad things happen, and Ukraine goes through tough times. But anyway, um, everything about our attitude to that. And of course, you know, now many ladies they pushed, you know, to start a better life. They have great life in Ukraine, a different life now from scratch. Of course, they pushed, um, but we have to be optimistic. We have to, you know, to be captains of our life, and we all do believe that God doesn't give us more that we can handle, right? And there is also an expression that we grow through pain. We become much powerful person than we was before. Also in relationship, you know, as we say, when you have fight, it's just maybe another not all time, not like, you know, fight. It's like every day, or like, when you live in a complete fight, it's not normal. But when you have from time to time fight, it just means that you grow together. You go through some experience that maybe life changing for you. And it means also that you have emotion, you have feelings to each other, right? As my man said, that when women don't want to fight with you, like that's when you have to, be scary. If there is nothing, it means there is nothing to fight for. So, um, yeah, sometimes our difficult, bad, hard life experience lead to very, very life-changing, like the most darkest time before the sunrise. That's what I want to say. Unfortunately, or maybe it's not unfortunately, but it's how this work works. This world works. So we have to accept and build, as I say, not to give up, not to stuck in the past about what I lose, but looking in the future, what I can create right now with what I have, with my skills, with my energy, with my vision. And I see a lot of, one door closed, another open. Thank you very much, Marco. It's completely true. And I see many Ukrainian entrepreneurs now, Ukrainian ladies, they just, switch from one project to another, and they create incredible, incredible project to support Ukrainian women who goes very badly from, it's actually girls, even not women, for the toughest war experience. I will maybe do another video about this. It's again donation project, but anyway, it's everything about living your life in full, doing what you can right now with the resources you have, with the knowledge, with everything, and just not stuck into what I lose, but again, looking in the future and nowadays, what I can do today and what I can do for future. Keep your focus there. Ukrainian women, I think, most beautiful in the world, but they have a good mentality too. Thank you, Markio. First time here, just register. Thank you for providing this Q&A session, especially considering the situation in Ukraine. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, for your kind words, and you're welcome, guys, to come for our 1 hour conversation, friendly chat that, guys, even, I hope will be useful for you, for each other. Every Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern time, right? It will be like this. So, okay, last question, and then do you think being overweight is a big turn off for Ukrainian women? Also, if I'm bald and only 30, will she leave me for a man with a long blonde hair? Interesting question. Okay, Pont, I've done video about how Ukrainian women rate the man, SMV of the man, and it's kind of different from Western women. I wouldn't sugarcoat that looks of the man. It doesn't mean at all for Ukrainian women. It's not true. It's just tell her maybe about your lifestyle, and it can be very different from things that she loves to do. If she has if she has sporty body, maybe she like hiking, like having a very active lifestyle, and maybe it's not something that fits in your life picture. But anyway, first thing that the most important for every Ukrainian lady is how man reliable. If he's the same mindset and vision and goals, these things much more important than how he looks. So it's if it's a little bit overweight, it's completely acceptable. There is many Ukrainian men, especially after marriage, become overweight. uh, as we said, Ukrainian woman, good cooker, and then he have no choice. She do take care about man very good that he become overweight. Bold, I think it's not a problem. It's kind of manly, and this I can tell you better than long hair. Definitely perceived better than long hair. Maybe it sounds strange, but we don't have a lot of men in Ukraine with long hair. It's kind of, I don't know, looks feminine to us. So we see it's not perceived good by Ukrainian women. Um, yeah, it's more about you as a personality first of all, and then about you. But your age, you're 30. It's also one challenge for you because the younger guy, the less he perceived by Ukrainian lady, um, uh, like serious and ready for marriage, and yeah, and also like another point that the younger lady, she has more choices, like if she's 25, or like she has a lot of choices between like she has higher SMV, right, and she has more choices, so she's kind of more picky and demanding. It's also true. I'm very true and open here. So that's my point. But anyway, you can find out your yeses and nos through our introduction package that we provide to guys. Uh, I'm 3 hours ahead. Okay. I'm about as overweight as Peter K. People say I look a bit like him. I don't know who's Peter K. Sorry, I don't know. Um, I know Ukrainian woman want reliable man, but how does she the man know he's getting reliable real woman? Uh, that's you. First of all, you need to choose the right way to meet this woman. If you have free website, um, chatting to lady, you just don't know what's her intention are, as the same with Ukrainian lady. When she registered on free website, she just don't know whom she talked to, and maybe this photo of this man looks very different, and she don't know his intention. So first of all, it's the way how you meet lady, uh, and second of all is when you get to know each other, you just you ask questions, you see answers, you get a feeling, and I said always meant to ask, to trust their gut, because we know all the answers, we know when we know when it's true, when it's true love. And yeah, and it's the best way for you is just to listen to your gut, to your intuition, what you feel about this relationship. And had Eastern, still nothing is possible. Okay, of course, it's nothing impossible. We have client with long hair, by the way, and he has like, but he was already. I think he was 50. No, I think closer to 60. At this age, like he chose ladies minus 15 years old, so he has normal rejection rate, because with the age, people, they much more care about personality but not about looks, looks of the man. Anyway, of course it's possible. It's completely depends on personality, especially if you know man meet ladies in real life, she feels this charisma, confident, It doesn't matter. He can be even shorter than her. It's hard to show your charisma and your energy through photos and letter. That's the challenging part. But that's why when she read or see your height, and if you're taller than her, then it's kind of uh, challenging to be introduced to this lady. But in real life, when you date lady, she's falling for your energy. She's falling for your looks become secondary. First impression, and first impression is what she feel. What vibes she feel from you. Yeah, how you talk, how you present yourself. These things. Oh, I have been on so many dating sites, and they're all about taking your money with your money first. Uh, I don't know. There's many different type of um, websites exist. But anyway, as we said in Ukraine, free cheese only in this where mouse got caught. Yeah, this machine. Uh, I mean, it can happen that you can meet, especially like before guys come to Ukraine, they meet lady on the street, fall in love, and but it just takes more time, more efforts and more luck probably from the man, and it's just the main resource is time. Not everybody can come before war, like to live in Ukraine for half a year until you will meet your lady. Um, you can see a lot of beautiful ladies on the street, but it doesn't mean they are single. They can be married, they can have full family, they can date man, they can have a boyfriend, and most of them not open to meet a foreigner. That the reality, it's not big percentage of open-minded to marriage, for international marriage. It's like, I don't know, 7-10% of all Ukrainian women. So that's the challenging part for you guys. The question about Indian men, you people don't like Indian. Why? I personally like Indian culture, Indian people. Don't have like nothing bad feelings toward them, but more like I cannot perceive them as my okay. I have husband, but I mean is a potential life partner. More like a tourism place for tourism, to go. But why? I have to be very honest. Why? Yeah. um, First of all, because I will say, okay, I have to be honest, right? So what to do? I feel like I'm in the corner now, putting this question up. Yeah, it's like not bad feelings towards Indian people. They are very, 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 very good, supportive and loving, and they share with a lot of, nice words, sending a lot of love and prayers to Ukrainian people, and really appreciate that. But like, just don't see them as a life partner. It's a different thing. But still, there is Indian man who is in a relationship with Ukrainian woman. It's possible again, but it's much more challenging for an Indian man. Again, because we see a lot of time Indian men can lie about anything basically. We did this free introduction package to men, and we stopped doing this for Indian guys. You know why? Even if we had ladies who rejection rate much higher to Indian men, again, because not many ladies they can imagine themselves living in India, and I don't know. It's very different. Like, I know when I travel to Egypt, it's like kind of the same. And or Sri Lanka, I travel. Yeah, there is also like Indian people live. It's like a lot of attention to you. Like you, I don't know. Like they want to do photos with you. Like you blondie. It's not. It's not everybody ready for this experience. And then the main problem with the line. So with this do this free introduction package, and then what happened? Uh, Man was showing him as a serious man, everything. He's on a Skype call with lady, and he asked, "Listen, let's like we sitting there in front of us." He said, "Oh, give me your number, give me your number." So he was waiting, just he was waiting to go behind. He knows the rules that it's just introduction call. You can talk to the lady, but it's not supposed you exchange the contact information because it's part of our services, and it's we exchange the contact information if you become a client later. We do this also free just to make sure that our lead is real, and you really have, get a feeling of the woman. If you like her, she has to show her that she has decent, honest intention. She looks the same like she's in pictures, whatever, from our side. But then we see this behavior, like you're trying to go around just during this call, and this like the lady don't like this, when men like cheat. He behave not decent even during call. Of course, she even after call, if he will become a client, she don't want to be introduced to him because of this behavior. And we saw we had a lot of this experience, unfortunately, with Indian men. That's why we stopped doing them. And it's a lot of work from our side to find ladies who will be interested. um, but then when you find, you just don't know if this man really how he introduced himself. Can be a lot of just games around. And Ukrainian ladies don't believe games. Ukrainian ladies believe actions, believe not words. She looks into action. And we're responsible for our ladies. We don't want to give her in the hands of this guy who just blah blah blah. And guys confirm his intention with his actions. So unfortunately, that's reality, and it doesn't mean that Indian man cannot be um, it cannot be uh, successful with Ukrainian lady. It can, but it's much more challenging, and we really we really cannot help much Indian man. Because India still supports Russia. Yeah, maybe in politics people probably divided. Somebody supports like in Georgia, people support all Ukrainian, but politics still didn't cut trading everything with Russia. So people can have different opinion, but anyway, yeah, it's very very tough now with with Ukrainian lady, if she support towards if man she introduced to tell that there is neo-Nazi in Ukraine, and he supports, for example, Russian propaganda. It's no goal. Even it's taboo topics for relationship politics. But if it's part of his beliefs, it just cannot work out with Ukrainian lady, because it's she goes with her skin through experience of Russian soldiers who come and kill their parents, their friends, and their relatives. And then there is men telling that it's Ukrainian people killing each other. So it's no go, definitely. So men have to really know what's going on in Ukraine and be understanding about this. Okay, guys. Ah, Ask, let me offer you can advise. If you settle down in the first country, so ethnicity is one criteria of getting rejected. If you live there, you might get a Ukrainian lady. Yeah, Gautam, I absolutely agree with you. Um, the reality when men from India move to these countries, UK, US, Canada, his mentality also changed. He adjusted to Western mentality, and we have Indian clients who lives in these countries, and they are in the process now of meeting our ladies. It still can be challenging for them. I see. I don't know. It's a part of Indian character. They're very uh, they can easily burn. Like boom in relationship, and and then they come down, but they already burned the bridge with the lady. And then they apologize, but it's kind of too late. I don't know if it's part of. Just personal characteristic or Indian culture. It's hard to say for me, but I see this, this pattern that makes their journey difficult with Ukrainian ladies. But yes, if men live in these countries, uh, we have clients, Indian clients, and they have potential, and it's still a high rejection rate. A lot of work for us to find enough interested ladies. But at the end of the day, they don't need harem, right? You come here for one lady that really into you, who's you know. So it's not about number; it's just about finding the right person. But yes, it's much more achievable from if you live in the Western country and have this Western mindset, that already affect you. Yeah, thank you. Could you discuss religion and how much effect it has on Ukrainian women? I'm Christian, but not a regular church girl. I advise guys on a first introduction Skype call, or even like uh, your dates or video calls, whatever, um, to keep these topics of for politics, religion, religious, sex, these topics just a little bit later, to talk about this. And you just need to first to establish and to see if there is many other topics to talk to, right? Personal topics about what you're looking for in life, and you know mm, like to see if you match your life goals, match with each other, what's important for you, how you see a relationship. There is many other topics, right, to talk about. So uh, even if guy, it's very important for him that lady goes with him every Sunday in church. I understand it's very important, and but if he will start to be pushy about this, first you need to create this like bubble of when you not bubble, okay, it's not a good word, but foundation, okay, I will say foundation of where you feel that you kind of um, um, how to say this word, like that you like each other, that you have very like you soulmate, okay, this I yeah, kind of native souls, and that you have many things, basically. Yes, it's that you okay, my English don't allow me to express what I want, but okay, you understand this basic things where you like each other, and then you just go deeper. If it's so important for you that woman go with you and in church, she will just slowly adjust to, to not your requirements, because it cannot be your requirements. It's your desire, and if she loves you, it's what make her feel to share your life experience, doing things together with you because it's important for you. But it cannot be dictated from their perspective. I'm demanding this, I'm demanding, it's my lifestyle, you have to do, what I want. So um, yeah, but in your case, if you're not a legger, it's not a problem at all. Anyway, religious topic, it's not, something that discussed before, at the beginning. Ukrainian women afraid when men very pushy about religious, because many cults in Ukraine spread it, and they, like, oh, it's very like strange when man he's too much into something, like when like life about being balanced, it's understandable if he if he you know there is, for all of us, there is things that important in life exist, but and you want and you wish your partner will share with you, like going to church or something, but the key success in this, it's how you approach a lady, and when you approach, um, definitely not approach like Putin approach Ukraine, just coming, how he said it's like, want you or you don't want, you will sleep with me, my beauty. It's what he said, about Ukraine. So he's coming and rape Ukraine, it's not the way how you want to approach. You see their reaction. Ukrainian people, they defend, they don't want this, Yeah, so you don't need to be. Learn from Putin what not to do, how not to act. For Ukrainian, it's a +38, +38. Yeah. Um, okay, guys. I said last question and then continue talking and talking and talking. I say it for maybe for today my 5,000 words. So uh, Joe's ears can be happy today. Thank you for being with me today, and thank you for being very active. I hope we will have this nice conversation, maybe, full of insights for some of you guys. Next Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern time, you're welcome to join. And again, thank you for being with me today. I wish, all of you to find your true soulmate in this big world. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.